First, San Diego City Council approved more than $2 million for an expedited environmental impact report to replace Qualcomm Stadium. Then on Tuesday, county supervisors approved another $500,000 of public money to retain experts. The projected total cost of a new stadium in Mission Valley is over $1 billion. Here with a look at who's opposing the funding and where else that money could be spent are my guests, Voice of San Diego's senior reporter Liam Dillon and San Diego City Councilwoman Marty Emerald. And Marty, along with council members Todd Gloria, David Alvarez, you voted against funding for this expedited EIR. How come?
It's good money after bad. The Chargers have said that they're done with San Diego. They have turned their attention to Carson. So we are essentially, preparing an EIR to negotiate with ourselves? Not good policy. We could spend that money on important public services, and I think we need to refocus as a city on our mission of serving communities and allow the Chargers to make the best decision for them, make the best decision here for taxpayers.
Now, where is that $2.1 million coming from, and how else, you touched on it, how else would you like to see it be spent?
That money is reimbursing the city the cost of administering state-mandated programs. So this is money we have spent and the state is reimbursing us. So to say it's some unexpected gift is a fairy tale. This is money that we've already spent and that we needed back into the system. $2 million could go a long way. I know Liam's got a list, and we do too. We could buy a couple of fire engines. We can increase recreation library hours. We can help to recruit more police officers.
Sure. Let me touch with Liam on that, because
lots of good things we can buy with $2 million.
You actually in your article specifically laid out what that would buy. Give us some examples.
Sure. So for a year we could increase library hours by 4. We could increase recreation center hours by 3. With this $2 million, there's a number of things we could do as far as increasing emergency response services in some of the communities that need it the most. And so that's not to say that spending money on football isn't something that the city may eventually decide to do, that public wants, but it has to be held in context of what else we could be buying with the money that we're going to be spending.
The reimbursement money. And Liam, now the Chargers' impact on San Diego as far as economic, can you remind us of what kind of economic impact they do have here?
Sure. So economists have said over and over again for a number of years, it's fairly unanimous, that sports stadiums have a negative or neutral economic impact on the city. As many times as people are going to say this stadium or this team will make money, it makes sense economically, that's not true. So that's just the reality. Again, if we want football, we're going to be paying extra for it.
And Marty, you're nodding your head on that.
Oh, absolutely. This makes economic sense for the Chargers because a new stadium would increase their net worth and make them more valuable if Dean Spanos decides to put them on the market. But the city won't get anything out of it. In fact, at Qualcomm, we're still subsidizing Qualcomm to the tune of $10–11 million a year. It's a money pit.
The old Qualcomm Stadium.
Right.
Let me ask you this,
and a new stadium, there's nothing to suggest that it's going to be any different from sports venues built anywhere around the country that are either economically neutral or an expense to taxpayers.
Let me ask you this. I'll start with you and come to you, Liam. Is there an upside? We've heard about the downside of the Chargers leaving. You know, as far as people not being able to do parties and bringing things together and sort of this team spirit for San Diego. But is there an upside, an actual upside for the team leaving?
Not economically, not to taxpayers who are relying on government to spend their money improving the quality of life in our neighborhoods. I guess a psychological, emotional aspect. There are some dyed-in-the-wool Charger fans. My husband has grown up with the Chargers, and we all love them. But you know, we've got to make a good business decision on behalf of the people of the city.
I guess that's what I'm asking, business-wise or otherwise. So we talk about, okay, if the Chargers leave, is there a good side to that? Oh,
so if your question is where the city benefit in any way if the team does leave, well, we have 167 acres in prime real estate in Mission Valley that we could do a lot of things with, whether it's new development, which would add new taxes to the city's coffers, or whether it's a new riverfront park that a lot of folks have been advocating for in that area. Sure, or even SDSU expansion. There are a lot of things that could be done with that land if football isn't there.
Okay, in the 30 seconds left, Marty, why do you think Mayor Faulkner is fighting to keep the Chargers here?
I think that Mayor Faulkner is in a very difficult position. He's damned if he does, he's damned if he doesn't. And so he's trying to navigate a a minefield of politics here with pressure on both sides. And I'm sure that he doesn't want to be the mayor who let the Chargers get away. However, he campaigned saying that we need to reinvest in our neighborhoods. I believe in that too, and I believe in what he had to say, and I want to be a partner with him to invest in our neighborhoods.
All right.
Not in a football team.
Okay, we have to leave it there. Councilwoman Marty Emerald and Voices of San Diego, Liam Dillon, thank you so much.
Thank you.